I've never been so mad, Scotty from Bullhead, before you interrupt me, Steve. I've never seen a Republican Party anywhere in this United States more lowlife than what Jeanne Kentch did yesterday or last weekend.
The first time in at least 25 years, and possibly longer, the Mohave County Republican Central Committee voted to remove a member of its executive board on Saturday. Ashley Gerich of Bullhead City was removed from her seat as first vice chairman on December 2nd. She had been appointed to the seat in January. According to Chairman Jeanne Kentch, the removal, not technically a recall per the organization's bylaws, had been requested by the Republican Precinct Committeeman.
Chairman, Board, my name is Ashley Gerich. I'm here to speak about the PC issue that we have in Mohave County. Last weekend we had a PC meeting in Lake Havasu where I was the first vice chair of Mohave County Republican Central Committee and was removed from my seat by...
She interfered in my election, and so did you and your wife, Barbara Houston.
We were just PCs. We had nothing to do with any of your court hearings or removing anybody or anything.
This crook, Steve D'Amico, was actually at the meeting held on Saturday, December the 2nd, and you just heard him claim he had nothing to do with it.
We were just PCs. We had nothing to do with any of your court hearings or removing anybody or anything.
Good morning, everyone. I'd like to welcome you to this August 21st meeting of the Mohave County Board of Supervisors.
Steve D'Amico, Bullhead City. Thank you.
And these are the kinds of people who are running our city. These are the kinds of people that we have to deal with. People that threaten legal action.
It's a shame that it came to legal action, and it's a shame that we're here today.
People that threaten restraining orders.
But the executive committee also agreed to file a workplace injunction so that said PCs were banned from the headquarters in Bullhead City, preventing the toxic environment.
People that dare to take American citizens into a court to try to censor their freedom to speak.
Not only was it voted in favor by the MCRCC executive committee to censor the PCs in question.
Okay, but these people expect other people to listen to them speak. So, you have a mayor and his wife who go out of their way to drive to Kingman, Arizona, which is approximately, I would say, 40-minute drive from where they live, to speak on behalf of an agenda where the chairperson of the MCRCC wants to censor people who speak out against her tyrannical behavior. Who just heard this person on Tuesday night tell Scotty McClure that he didn't have anything to do with the removal of Ashley Gerich.
We were just PCs. We had nothing to do with any of your court hearings or removing anybody or anything. Thank you, Chair and Board. I'm here for item number 8 also. I have witnessed this turmoil in our local GOP in Bullhead City personally. There's a small group down there that are dividing our party. I was running against Ashley Gerich, and they put her sign on the GOP Christmas float during the election. Did not offer mine. They put hers in the window, did not offer mine. They were endorsing her, did not offer mine.
He just stated how offended he is that she got to put her name on a float that Bill Hart actually paid for. So I don't know what his problem is. I mean, he claims that he won the mayoral election, and yet he's going up to the supervisors meeting crying about Ashley Gerich. These people need to go, in my opinion. We do not need, nor do we want, people like this person representing our county as a whole, and they are exposing themselves as dictators and tyrants while at the same time claiming that they want to be unified.
So I hope you agree with Jeanne Kentch and pass this.
Okay, it is not against the law to not like anybody. Okay, I don't like this person because he is a coward. And in my opinion, he is a crook. I mean, when we have a mayor who goes out of his way to speak in front of our Board of Supervisors about censoring people's voices and crying about how his name was not put on a float, when there are far other things that are more important to be doing, like protecting people's freedom to speak, then you're looking at a person who does not need to be in the position that he's in, because he is violating, or he is part of an agenda to violate people's freedom to speak.
And I even feel uncomfortable even going in their office as their elected mayor.
His wife, along with her friends, attacked one of our PCs by calling her a racist right outside of the building.
Lionel was also attacked in the office. It's alleged he was called the N-word in our district office.
So here's Lionel Grant, claims he is a man of God. Here is Mary Lou Shaner, his victim. There goes Barbara Houston, the mayor's wife, and her friend, who's screaming. I don't know what she's screaming, but I also seen her on a video placing pictures of people on other people's cars for some reason. And here's the mayor. So you got all these people who are circling this one person, Mary Lou Shaner. So he's basically going to go up to her and get in her face, pointing in her face. It looks like he is about to make physical contact with her until another gentleman comes up and basically kind of protects Mary Lou. So let's go ahead and see what's going on here. So as you can see, here he is. He's going to approach Mary Lou.
Now, are we going to allow that to happen?
So he's approaching Mary Lou. Got his finger right in her face. There's Penny Davis right there. Another PC. Here comes D'Amico, the mayor. And here's this gentleman right here who is nice enough to protect Mary Lou from this godly man.
Jim Fuller and I disagree on Scott Pressler, but I never jumped up and got into his face. We talked about it.
Right after the attack on Mary Lou Shaner, the mayor of Bullhead City, Arizona, Steve D'Amico, turned the whole thing around and claimed that this elderly woman assaulted his wife and demanded that she be arrested.
I tried to figure out where he was coming from. That is what we need. We need unity.
After that occurred, he used the Kingman, Arizona Police Department to try to have several people arrested.
He's doing an investigation and he's sharing with the police investigation. You're going to have to step away multiple times. Get away, please. Ma'am, you want to be a problem, you can go too. I got out of here.
When you are a public official and you are using resources such as a police department to try to have your own citizens arrested, eventually people are going to call you out on them.
I am taking this to the Attorney General, Steve D'Amico. What you did was get rid of Ashley Gerich. I happen to be running with her.
As far as his biased hatred for Ashley Gerich,
I was running against Ashley Gerich, and they put her sign on the GOP Christmas float.
Ashley Gerich was actually his opponent for the mayoral seat. And this person had several people who had worked the internet to try to silence people who were speaking out against his dirty tactics of using people to troll the internet and attack Ashley Gerich, not only on the internet, but going to her debates, showing up to her events to harass her and to embarrass her. And that is the way Steve D'Amico and several other politicians behave when they feel threatened by an opponent.
Here's my side of the card, and here's Ashley Gerich's side of the card.
And I'm so happy you brought it up, Scotty, because I'm proud of all of our travel.
I'm also running with Donna Ramirez for county assessor and Valerie, county recorder. And you've interfered on 2 of these people. You take them to court.
And what did we spend on that? Gas?
Jeanne Kentch doesn't know the bylaws or anything. She don't even know what she is anymore. It's a 501 or whatever.
There are 2 different PC lists, one from about 3 weeks ago to today, to this last weekend, where they were deflated. And several of the PCs received that email stating that it doesn't matter what the statute is as far as they are concerned, that those PCs are resigned. And they were turned away from being able to enter into the PC meeting for my removal.
You're right, but I'll tell you, the rest of the counties, they're all waiting for this to happen so they can also do the same thing if they need to. Because bad behavior should always have consequences. It seems like Mohave County is always leading the rest of the state.
Here is a email. With all due respect, I have had proper advice from well-known attorneys such as Alex Culloden and Timothy Lasota. I am confident these well-known political attorneys are advising me appropriately. I sent you the statute so you can see for yourself. It is not necessary for me to contact my supervisor or their attorney. I stand by my attorney's advice.
Gerich believed her removal was partially due to her support of 3 Republican precinct committeemen who were legally barred from entering the District 2 headquarters earlier in the year, in addition to the restraining orders.
Yeah, they were legally barred from entering the District 2 headquarters earlier this season because your wife lost twice to Valerie.
Hi, I'm Barbara Houston. I'm running for GOP Director of District 2.
Scotty, one more time and I'm going to have you removed.
When is she going to grow up?
Did you get the listening device? Thank you. Did you get the listening device? Thank you. I'm going to call order, Scotty. Time's up, Scotty. Thank you. Have a good day.
Yeah, I hope you have.
I'll have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Gerich told the Daily News she was making her own recording due to a previous incident where the official recorded footage had been accidentally deleted.
There is absolutely nothing in the bylaws that states that recordings as far as audio or video are prohibited from any of the meetings. In fact, Jeanne Kentch, the chairwoman, made up that rule herself because Jeanne Kentch is not about transparency.
We cannot have any videotaping or cameras at the meeting, and she was doing it anyway, Kentch said.
We are just PCs. We had nothing to do with any of your court hearings or removing anybody or anything.
Unfortunately, I believe that list was deflated by our county chairwoman, Jeanne Kentch, by essentially not going by the recommendation of the Board of Supervisors, where she even allegedly said that she doesn't care what they say. As a group of, in the Republican Party, she determines they are going to determine who are PC members and who are not. It's unfortunate because several individuals that wanted to remain on the PC list are taken off based off of false pretenses. The statute states that a precinct committeeman moves from precinct from which elected, or the precinct committeeman changes political party, which is grounds for removal or vacancy. And that will be on item number 67. That being said, some of these individuals have not done really any of those things, or they have rescinded their resignation prior to any Board of Supervisors meeting. Essentially what this boils down to is that I believe I was politically persecuted based on some things that I've been running for recently in my newest campaign. I think that the Board of Supervisors needs to go further into the PC list and address what is actually going to be happening and how to approach